In the book check on Chennai Live 104.8 FM, sharing with you some of the best books of 2013. Sometime back,
Okay, so cricket in India is literally the biggest sport. It's not even, everybody says this cricket is religion in this country, and it's true. I remember when I was a kid, growing up, before I even learned how to do a lot of things, like I learned how to play cricket. When you're a kid, you're 3 years old, you're bought like a little plastic bat, little plastic ball, and I remember like my dad would throw balls at me while I was, running around our little play area. Friends are made and friends are lost on the cricket field. And I think it is something that's so important to India's culture, especially today. It's something that defines us as a country, where you walk around in the rest of the world and you see people playing soccer, football. But in India, it's like you see people playing cricket everywhere. You give them 5 feet of space and you'll see somebody playing cricket. And I was not always a cricket fan, because when I was a kid I couldn't really play that well. And so that kind of brings you to not like the sport that much. But recently, well, not recently, when I got a little older, like about 11 or 12 years old, I remember like sitting with my father and his friends, feeling all grown up, sitting with them in this like really nice hotel room that they would get, and we were watching the finals of India at Sharjah, which is in the UAE. It was a big tournament back in those days because India always played Pakistan, and whenever India plays Pakistan, it's war. It's nothing less than war. Nowadays it's a little less, but in those days we had the Kargil conflict and a lot of problems with India and Pakistan. So it was solved by a game of cricket. You would see people in different countries reacting to cricket in such a different way, because the Australians and the English have this rivalry, and it was the Indians and Pakistanis back in the day. And it still exists today, but not as much as before. I remember watching this game, and something about it took a role of something more than a game. Every 4, every 6 that was hit by an Indian, every run scored was cheered, was screamed at, and you had these old uncles with their flopping bellies jumping up, screaming, dancing with beer bottles, and that's honestly, truly what brought me into the culture of cricket. I can say I'm a huge cricket fan. I love the sport. It is my favorite thing to watch on TV. And as you can see right now, India and South Africa are playing. This is the semi-final of one form of cricket, the World Cup, for one form of cricket. Cricket has 3 different forms, and cricket is a sport that takes years and years and years to understand fully. The basics: you have a bat, somebody throws a ball at you, and you kind of see what they're doing, but it is a crazy sport to kind of understand the intricacies of and the nuances of, because it's not just like you have one aspect of the game. There are, at any certain point of time, at least 12 aspects to what is going on the field of cricket. And a game can swing from one delivery to the next delivery, and a delivery is when you throw a ball. But I think what defines cricket to me is that when India won the World Cup, people around the world were celebrating. You could see in India that at least the next day after they won the World Cup, nobody went to work. Everybody was too hungover, too tired, too drunk, all sorts of shit. There were parties going on in the middle of the streets, and it lasted for a week. And cricket has been so big to India because while we don't have that many other perfect forms of entertainment, we do have, our traditional entertainment, but cricket has been something that, unites families and unites communities. People crowd around a TV wherever you go here. Like stores that sell televisions will have 500 people crowded around just to watch the cricket game on it. And I think it is something so indelible in India's culture. It's so rooted in India's culture, and it's something that you can't understand unless you live here, unless you kind of see what goes on when cricket is being played. I can assure you, like, cricket, when you see it being played, it's like, what the fuck is going on? And you're like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? What are these guys doing? But when you understand the game, it's like, holy shit, that's what he's doing. Oh my god, this is crazy. And when you factor in the cultural association that happens with it, the political drama that happens behind it, and you look at all the problems that cricket faces both on field and off field, it's interesting to see that this game is so important to an entire nation, and it basically carries like the hopes, dreams of a billion people that watch it with respect, with this fervent admiration, that work stops. Work stops. People don't go to work. People don't do shit because they just want to watch a game of cricket. And that is what it means to watch cricket in India.